What's up, fam? Agent O here, and I've got another Comment of the Week segment. And as you know, Comment of the Week is where I scour the interwebs for interesting and funny comments, and I share them with you guys, or those of you that choose to listen. And today is no different. I've got some interesting comments, some that I personally think are funny, so hopefully you'll find them at least interesting. And I'm just going to get started with the boring stuff first. And by boring, I mean the topic is a little boring. Earlier this week, I guess the stock market took a dip that was lower than what a lot of people were expecting, and so it had a lot of people in panic, and it made national news and blah blah blah. And I posted the link in the description like I usually do for all these comments. You can read it at your leisure. The comment though that I picked has really nothing to do with the stock market. Like, somehow a comment thread that I was reading had steered off into electoral candidates, and they were talking about 2016 presidential candidates. And as these things, as politics usually do, people jump on the left or the right wing, and for some reason somebody had posted about voting for Trump in 2016, and then a guy named Thunder Collusion said that they would vote for him over Hillary any day. At least he's true to himself, no matter how batshit insane he may be. I just can't bring myself to like some petulant post-third wave feminist that rode her husband through to being a senator, then a traveling speaker for a price of tag of $250,000 per audience. And so a person named Mirna Minkoff says, well, that's pretty dumb. And I agree, that is pretty fucking stupid logic. And so he counters back with asking to hear what her take on be as to why voting for Hillary over Trump would be such a good move. And she counters back with, I'm actually not a Hillary supporter, Mr. Presumption, but based on your own theories of these candidates, voting for the honest crazy person over someone who is married to someone you don't like but otherwise rational is a stupid thing to do. The crackhead on my block seems very genuine to me, but I would not vote for him for president. And I cracked the fuck up because that was just such a really good analogy, and I think it's stupid that a lot of people are looking at Trump like he would actually be good at running the country. I just was like, when I read this comment, I was like, yo, shut the thread down, it's over. Because what she's saying is true. And I mean, the guy acknowledges that Trump is insane, but why you would, and hopefully he wasn't really being serious, that he would actually vote for somebody who really, in your eyes, already has proven that they wouldn't run the country very well or whatever. But like I said, this is what caught my eye. I thought it was really funny. I'm not going to center on it too long because people don't like to talk about politics. I don't like to talk about politics because it just makes me mad. So, moving on to the next subject, which is the Captain America and Iron Man Civil War teams revealed. I saw this on IO9. I'm sure this was up on all the comic book sites and everything, but this was the first place I saw it at, and I immediately read through the article and saw the concept art of, which characters are going to be on Team Tony and which ones are going to be on Team Steve. This sounds like fucking Twilight now all of a sudden, which is something I hope the Marvel movies never go in that kind of direction. But as far as Tony's team, I was actually surprised to see Black Widow and Black Panther on that team. I assumed that Rhodey would be on the team as War Machine because, they're friends. And I pretty much assumed Vision would be on there too, just because, he was created partly due to Tony. But like I said, Black Panther and Black Widow are kind of a surprise to me. Same thing with Cap's team. I knew Falcon and Winter Soldier would be on there. I was kind of surprised with Hawkeye. I thought Hawkeye would end up on Team Tony, to be honest with you. But I know this movie isn't supposed to follow the events of the actual comic book Civil War. So we'll see what exactly causes this rift between the two teams, and why the motivations for the characters choosing the sides that they chose. It'll be interesting. I'm interested, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I started scrolling through the comments just to see what other people were saying, and the first comment I saw was actually just a GIF somebody uploaded, or image I should say, that was actually made me laugh out loud. I thought it was really funny because he made Black Widow and Winter Soldier look like they were fist bumping during this battle. And he said he couldn't help himself, and yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, and it works. And you even got the little solar flare in the middle of it, the Photoshop solar flare, which anybody who uses Photoshop knows that is the sign of a noob to Photoshop when they're using solar flare in all their images. But that was funny to me. And then I scroll down to this other comment where somebody says, so Captain America's team gets smoked in this one, right? Also, I thought the Black Panther was going to be neutral. I guess that rumor was wrong. And Andy Sin replies and says, if it follows one of the biggest plot points for Black Panther, then it's likely he is fundamentally neutral. Andy's joined Tony's side for his own ends and to assess how dangerous the Avengers are. That would actually be interesting, and that's something I thought of myself when I saw that he was on Team Tony. Because I think he would consider Tony a bigger threat than he would consider Captain America, and it would make more sense for him to join just to see what he does and what Tony does and whether he'd be a threat, because there was the incident that happened in South Africa. People say it's Wakanda, but I don't think it's Wakanda, where in Age of Ultron, where they had the Hulk versus Hulkbuster battle. I think that was just in South Africa. And so I think that would definitely be a definite catalyst as to why Black Panther joined Team Tony. So, and like I said, we'll have to wait and see what happens and why things happen the way they do. But somebody replies to Wildebeest's comment about Captain America's team getting smoked. And he posts this image and says, yeah, you could say certain team members get smoked in it, referring to the Captain America porn parody, which this made me laugh so hard just because I did not know there was a porn parody of Captain America. And for some reason, that just makes me laugh. And it's funny how these parodies always have actually kind of decent superhero costumes. Like one day I was talking to Strident, and he was telling me about this was after the DC fighting game came out for the console systems, and there was a reveal that Hawkgirl was going to be in the game. I think she was a DLC character, and he was like, yeah, you should check out the concept art or the design for Hawkgirl. So I'm looking it up, and I'm doing an image search, and I come across all these porn parodies, and they had this Justice League porn parody, Spider-Man versus Superman porn parody, and then all of these, the costumes were actually decent. I mean, they weren't Hollywood movie quality. They were more like higher level cosplay quality. And it always makes me laugh that somebody was willing to make a porno of this stuff, and that there's people out there that actually gonna sit there and watch that shit. So I don't know, it was funny to me. This comment made me laugh a lot, and I'm just going to that's it for that particular segment. I got one more comment of the week that I want to touch on, and that comment is from the site Gawker, and it's where your ass was at when this lady danced to Future during a car chase. I saw this and I was like, the article and the premise of it in and of itself is hilarious, and I had to watch this video. And only in America could you get into a high-speed car chase, get out the car, start dancing, and then get arrested. Like, what the hell? So anyway, that's basically what happened in the article. She was dancing to a song called Where Ya At by the artist Future or Futures, or I don't know. I don't listen to mainstream rap music that much anymore because a lot of it sucks. And you know, I grew up in the 80s, 90s boom bap era. The golden age of hip hop was when I grew up in, and I loved that music then, and this music now just blows. So I've never heard of this guy, never heard of the music of the song, but it was just funny to watch her do this. And you know, luckily she didn't get shot, thankfully. You know, the cops just didn't pull out guns and start shooting her. But you know, of course, I'm going through the comments, and of course somebody puts up the black version of what happens when you get out and start dancing in front of the cops. And how did that video end? Yeah, the guy got shot. Luckily he was shot with rubber bullets, but you know, the black guy got shot. And the video is old. It's from one of those car chase TV shows that was on like True or one of those cable channels. So that was funny, but that's not the comment of the week. The comment of the week is actually by this person, Rose 89, who says hashtag thug life. Because when I first saw the video, that was the first thing that came up, was those thug life videos where they show people doing shit, and then they throw up some West Coast gangster rap music, and they post up thug life. They post the writing thug life on there, and that's the first thing that popped in my head when I first watched the video, was someone's gonna put up a Snoop Dogg song and then throw up the words thug life. and I almost guarantee you it's in somebody's Thug Life compilation right now on YouTube. So that was the hilarious comment. That was the comment I thought that was the funniest thing that I've seen all week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got like nothing else. This week was kind of slow and kind of not that awesome for comments. So hopefully next week is better. But that's pretty much gonna do it, man. I'm taking off out of here because I want to work on another video. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm Agent O and I'm out. Peace.